Welcome to the 10th day of the 21-day data challenge by Lighthouse Labs. Fair warning, this video contains a solution to the challenge for today, so please attempt the problem before continuing on. Reference this video if you get stuck or want to see an alternative way to tackle the problem. 10 days into the data challenge, what's clear to me is that there are more than one way to tackle the same problem. Some are objectively better than others, but if you arrive at the same answer, all of them are correct. I once asked a mentor what was best practice for the task I was tackling. His response was, as long as you satisfy the client's requirements, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about having the shortest answer or the most elegant solution. Focus on learning and focus on getting Python to do what you need it to do, and don't let it or others dictate how you do it. And with that said, on to the day 10 challenge. Okay, let's load up the 10th challenge. So it looks like Dot has bought a cow, and the cow might possibly produce too much milk for their consumption. Dot would like to look into see whether or not they can sell the cow's milk to others and make a little bit of money. According to the challenge, the first thing that we need to do is populate the empty columns. The two empty columns that we'll be working with today is the total milk production and the total revenue. Let's go ahead and start by filling in the total milk production. To populate a column, in the tutorial we were given a formula. Scroll up here and copy this, and come down here and paste it into the next line. The column that we're going to be populating is the total milk production, and to calculate the total milk production we'll need to take the monthly milk production pounds per cow and multiply it by the number of cows. Let's go ahead and run this, and we see that runs without issue. The next column we need to populate is the total revenue. Let's once again copy the formula up here, and the column this time that we want to populate is the total revenue. So let's go ahead and replace that, and we're assigning it to some calculation, and that calculation will be the total milk production that we created in the previous step multiplied by the price per pound. Now let's take a look at the data frame by using the head function. We now have the total milk production and the total revenue columns calculated. Just to verify, we'll take the first column in the 0 index and we'll perform these multiplications manually. So the monthly milk production pounds per cow in the first row is 589, and we'll take that and we'll multiply it by 30 cows to get the total milk production, which should be 176.70, which is what we get here. And so we'll take 176.70 and multiply that by 0.22, which is the price per pound. And the total revenue that we expect is 3,887.40, and that's exactly what we get. So it looks like our calculations are correct. So the ask of today is, how much revenue did the cow farm make in the year 2020? First thing that we'll need to do is filter down the data set so that it's only showing us year 2020 values. And to do this, I'm going to use a subselection of the data frame, and I'll refer to the month, and I'll ask it only to include months where inside the string it contains 20 hyphen, and 20 hyphen would only include rows in the year 2020. To see the output, let's go ahead and use the head command, and we can see from the sample that only the year 2020 is included. Since we need to determine the total revenue for the year 2020, we can go ahead and ask pandas of this by referencing the total revenue column and using the function sum. This request yields us with the answer of 2021.4976. Scrolling down to the answer, we find that there's 2021.4976. Let's go ahead and submit this, and there we have it. I hope you got some value out of this day 10 video of the 21-day data challenge by Lighthouse Labs. I'll be back tomorrow with another video covering the day 11 challenge. See you then.